but it will only lead to greater things, which is why, now I'm very excited to see, with over 1,600 listed companies on the Vietnam stock market, going to secondary emerging market status this year in September. We've got 3/4 of lead time to have potential investors looking at Vietnamese listed equities get ready. We've got potential for outbound investment of Vietnamese corporations into global markets being able to be done more efficiently with the resolutions that have been coming through, and also all of the circulars that the government of Vietnam is looking at, making it more easy for a company to be able to buy an overseas enterprise or set up an overseas enterprise, far less paperwork and bureaucracy required. So at this stage of my career now, when I went to Hanoi, I was a little bit thinking to start with, it was just like a reboot of setting up an insto desk, an institutional trading desk and sales trading desk like Mirai Asset. But there was so much more behind it because, as I said, with Vin University and everything else. And now I very much look forward to helping British and Australian companies in particular, and Australian investors and British investors enter Vietnam, whether it be through FDI, M&A advisory, or listed cash equities as foreign indirect investors, for their funds now legally able to look at Vietnam, because it's moved from frontier to secondary emerging market. So it's now open for them, so to speak, open for business for them to contemplate asset allocating into. And there's a wall of money that can come into Vietnam. And as I said, the things that will keep it, resilient and sustainable and increasing will be with corporate governance. So it all bundles together. That's kind of where I'm at this now, and one of my other hats, I'm a board member of the Australia-Vietnam Business Council of Queensland, and Australia's got the 6th largest population demographic in the Vietnamese diaspora. So that's a huge amount of Australia's population being of Vietnamese heritage and cultural connection. But having said that, I was the only Australian working in my industry for 12 years in Vietnam. So it's mission critical that people from, say Australia, do speak to someone who has been there, has done that, and can advise them, and let them know the names of people, let them know who the corporations' underlying beneficial owners are. Sometimes that's a bit opaque under things like VAS and what have you. The way Bloomberg reports in Vietnam is not up to speed as much as it is in some other developed markets, but that's all coming, so I, again, can be a connector while that transition period's going through.